Yes. So you guys travel for a little longer. Your next day of travel is 100% impeded. And it's at this point. Does it work like it's supposed to?
Probably
Are
We're
you
on
guys?
we're on letters.
You are on letters, although you should be able to see the
not. Water.
water
Mm-hmm.
south of you, which is where you guys were supposed to go. Welcome to Sloobloopdoop.
Oh, all I saw
I
was
mean,
lube.
same.
Yeah.
I see slew blood.
Oh yeah, because you got giant dark vision.
Yes.
Oh,
I can see 120 feet.
Yep, you are the reason the sphere of sight is so large. But welcome to Sloobloopdoop.
Perfect.
It is the Kotoan city where you were informed may have some of the demonic goings on.
We were told that.
Yeah, by the Myconids.
It's like I want to double check because I want my character to be going after this for
Yep.
his reason, not just.
Yeah,
Hey.
the Myconids asked you to check out the Kotoa village of Sloobloopdoop, because that's where funny things are going on. The funny things that were described line up with the demonic things that you were told about earlier.
There.
I'm gonna slowly inch forward towards the water to see if I can get a closer look.
Yeah, she wouldn't want to fall in the water.
I mean, I can see something off in the distance.
You should be able to.
I can see docks in the distance.
You're doxing people.
Don't worry, I don't know how to do that.
Oh, I still can't even see them. I'm at the edge almost.
Um,
There's a lot. I see 1, 2, 3, 4,
do
5,
I
6, 7.
see anything in the water in front of me?
Oh!
This is still part of Black Lake. It's
So
opaque.
So it's the same.
Oh!
Like, okay.
I also see what hopefully are some friends? Maybe?
what are the odds for that?
Uh,
Do the math. Come on, man.
I mean, relatively high, because you did meet a Quatoan caravan earlier.
but they weren't very friendly. They were just not hostile.
I don't know, does Canadian guy tell you?
Yeah, you see all these things, Ken, but are you actually telling the rest of the party, like, hey, I see this? Or
Yeah.
just keeping it to yourself?
Oh, yeah, I see a bunch of docks, and it looks like there's at least 2 people standing on them. And they use the term people very loosely, because I can't really make out what they are.
I figure we're
Well, it
still
was still
on
helpful. You make a good lookout, Ken.
the boat, and this is
Why
just
do
a
you want
header.
me to poke him? Stop.
He's not
Where?
Canadian, he's Midwestern,
Close
by the
enough.
way.
Midwestern, Canadian, same difference.
Okay, okay.
See.
I'm distracted because real quick, how do I edit
I
because I forgot that I was supposed to get magic item up until literally last session.
I
Oh,
Um
you
oh
you just pick it and add it to your inventory.
oh
I
yeah, but it's supposed to change my it adds +2 to my spell attack rolls and my spell saving throw DCs, but I don't know how to change that on the character sheet.
Ah,
That is.
Well, aside from adding it manually, you said it improves your spell attack.
Yeah.
What did you get?
Rod of the Pack Keeper +2. You gain a bonus to
Let's
spell
see.
attack rolls and to saving throw DCs of your warlock spells. And in addition, I can regain 1 warlock spell slot as an action while holding the rod.
Let's see.
Yeah, I was looking under this stuff, but there's too much.
I lightly poke Ken on the arm. Okay, you happy?
There you go. I'm hoping I won't have to edit that more than once. But boom, edited it.
So then if I go, oh,
So,
yeah, 17.
uh,
Awesome, thank you. Why? Wait. Yeah, I see it now. When? Who? Wait, I missed something because why were you asked to poke me? Who asked that?
The child ghost he won't tell us about yet.
Uh,
his inner demon.
okay.
Yes.
I thought that Denver was asking you to do that, and I just
No.
didn't see it.
It does sound like something she would do, but I feel like most of the things she's going to be talking about and or saying are going to be closer game related, so she can type as little as possible.
Fair.
Oh, all right. Well, never mind then.
Okay, then write us a short story in chat right now.
Oh yeah,
While
sure.
we-
Mid-session.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, while we continue to play. No,
Once upon a time.
no, not one line at a time. Type it all out and then send it.
Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. All right, so,
We're going across the lake then,
yeah.
because even if it's the name part, it's not like we're still on the lake though.
Yes, this is Black Lake. Although you'll notice the water is still black and mostly opaque, it's a little easier to see the closer you get to the city.
So keep in mind, I'm not sure how wide the boat is, but I don't think
Yeah.
it's 4 people wide. So the fact that you got
No,
you all,
it's 2
yeah,
people.
the fact that you are lining up like that, it's not like land and then we're hitting water. We're on water this whole time.
Yeah.
No, I'm
It just so
all the way over
happens
here.
there's a giant signboard.
Yeah.
Denver, why'd you call me a home?
Homie.
I know what
Also,
you meant.
did we have a long rest before this or just a short rest? Forgot to clarify.
Didn't we didn't we dock the rock and then
Barely, yeah.
and then we used that like
long
hut
rest.
spell?
Yeah, you guys have had a long rest.
Alright, just making sure. Let me,
Did everybody level up?
I don't think did we level up last time?
did we?
I didn't think we leveled to 7.
Oh,
or
that's right.
anything.
You Poe was supposed to go up to 6.
I
Yeah.
already did.
Yeah.
You're-
Okay.
You're good on
That's
that.
I think yeah, that's what she was asking.
Viserys also didn't go up to level 6, so I corrected that as well.
Awesome.
I was gonna
Anywho.
say like since when did we hit 7? Okay.
I was like, I'll
So
take it.
you'll
but I
notice
don't
that
know
these
either.
docks, the closer you get, there are noticeably no boats.
Well, there's one now.
There is, and it's
I mean,
actually heavier than the docks, funny enough.
Oh, there's
But
actually
still
4
boy.
people. I see 2 more people, guys. There's 4 things on that dock there.
Do you point out which one?
The middle one, the big one. And there's about 9 more on the shore.
There's a shore?
Wait, sorry. 11. I see 11 on the shore. Oh,
What do they?
there's.
What kind of creatures do they look like? Because
I'm too zoomed out.
Ooh, I can see them now. Oh, they
They're those stinky fish things. It looks like.
stinky.
Unfortunately, there's not one that I can show you that is by itself in here. You'll just have to go to the reference photo
Yeah.
because I'm
It's
fairly
not a-
certain I posted a reference photo.
It's
Oh.
not an issue with my ability to count. It's that every time I move like a square closer,
You
more
see more,
tokens
yeah.
show up.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's how that works. There's a lot.
while people are getting out of the boat, Tibble tries to find some way to tie it to the dock.
I wasn't sure if we were actually getting out of the boat or just the boat.
Well, we had like we were supposed to come across and deal with this shit, right?
Well, I wasn't sure if like this was like further down underwater where the boat
If
would be
yeah,
easier to move around with.
if nothing else, we might be able to find some information here.
The question is, what do you guys speak?
Speak. I.
Oops. Didn't
I
mean to click that.
speak
Ooh.
common, draconic, and undercommon.
Undercommon. Does anybody else speak Undercommon?
Yes.
I do.
Yes, I speak Undercommon as well.
Cool beans.
Zel's the
So
only one that
Zelvire
can't
and
now.
V are the only two who can't actually communicate.
You know what? In Zolviri's case, that's probably for the best because I know how Denver likes to play these games.
I mean, she could just be the standoff mercenary who has better things to do than talk to weird fish people.
Yeah, well, in this
I
situation,
think that emoji in chat would disagree with you there, Tibble.
I'm aware that she likes being chaotically weird.
yeah.
So, the people, the Quatoa, in front of you guys demand to know why you're here. They're not being aggressive, but they're definitely not being friendly about it.
Like xenophobically territorial.
Well, I mean,
Not even xenophobically territorial, but just territorially. Like, why are you here? What brings you here? Why are you running? Why are you gay? That kind of thing.
Why are we sent here again? Like, go across this black lake
Something
to do
weird
something.
here.
What was that something again? Shit.
Investigate the demonic Well, in this particular instance, you were sent here by the Myconids to see why the Kotor are no longer being friendly.
And they were on friendly terms with the Myconids before.
Yeah, they were not on unfriendly terms. They had a business relationship.
Spooky, scary skeletons.
Well, whatever is said, I'm translating for both Zolveri and V.
There's really not a lot of anatomy to study.
Yeah, it's literally just a skeleton.
It's bones.
I'm sure she has seen a
200
humanoid.
some odd
Yeah,
bones.
206. I'm sure she has seen a humanoid skeleton before.
He doesn't necessarily have all of his bones anymore.
He was in a
Roctopuses
pile.
aren't his best friend.
No, they are not. Anywho,
Tibble would respond to their question by mentioning how that he's there in order to find out what happened to sour their relationship with the Myconids, since they seem to get along so well before. And he's not sarcastic about it either. He's trying to have friendly diplomatic relations, in his mind at least.
fair. They would not help us. We meant to bring one of our gods to this plane, but they would not help us. And if they will not help us, they are not our friends.
What god?
We do not say its name. But if you would like to know more about our god, our high priest would be more than willing to talk to you.
Of course, I would love to learn more about your people.
People mean bad things.
He wants to be friendly. Okay, Tibble is stupid like that.
I trudge along, frustrated.
What do you mean you're not Murph?
So this person
He's
here,
he's not naively stupid and wants to be friend to everyone, but he's trying to think about this diplomatically. And it's like, what's the best scenario here? Everyone comes out as allies, and it's like, don't piss off the people you're trying to make friends with.
Yeah.
let's see. I gotta. There's a thing.
I keep my eyes out waringly.
That sounds like that would hurt.
That seems good.
I'm confused. Did you mean the word warily?
Warily, yes. Apologies.
I sure hope shit don't hit no fan.
Have you met Denver?
Yeah, I met her quite a while ago. But still, I can only throw so many fireballs. 3 now.
Considering most of the stuff in here appears to be thatch, that would probably be a relatively good thing to be able to throw.
I can now throw 3 fireballs per combat.
I'm trying to find the thing because there's a thing over here.
I could throw 2.
I cannot cast fireballs.
I can't cast them either. I can throw beads though.
Okay.
Can you throw pizza?
On a roof? Probably.
Ah, there you are. Okay. So this person is not the high priest. They are the person you have to talk to get to the high priest. But they point you to this person and say they should be able to take you to the high priest. We must get back to guarding. And so they go back to the dock. Outsiders, why are you here?
Wait, which one is saying that?
Dissen.
Ah.
I will mark him with
Blue.
Fancy Swirl.
Oh, fancy swirl. He's mega evolving.
So to clarify, the ranger and the ranged warlock want to stay close to the tank in case things go bad and want to be up front.
I trust you.
Yeah,
Sounds good.
I think you'll be able to keep things from going south.
If not, I can dip easy.
You guys realize I have a -1 charisma modifier, right?
Oh, should
You've
I
been
be
doing good,
speaking to
fine.
them?
Don't worry, I believe in you.
Tibble's personality makes him want to be like this, but mechanically, I don't think it's the wisest idea. But this is how he would act in the situation.
Yeah, and then I'm over here with a charisma modifier of 4, just like
You're just like the backup support guy who translates for everyone, like you're an assistant or something.
I am Klebludugut. You are?
Tibble would introduce himself, and does like a small like bow because like not like low enough to be like what is this guy doing? We don't bow in case it's embarrassing, but like to show a minor gesture of respect.
Insert
Hungry.
Marvel reference of, we do not do that here.
I never
Hungry.
freeze.
Ah, I see. It sounds like you are interested in helping us to help us become friends with the Myconids again.
Yes, I was told to ask your high priest about the god that you wish to bring. Would you like to know more?
Yes, we are currently setting up. And he motions for this one right here to take you to the next one up the chain.
I
Oops.
chuckle a bit.
so many. I really hope we don't have to fight anything.
As I pass these, I look at them just slightly.
I am Gluglaglog. What brings you here?
Which one is that? Ah,
You know, I'm just gonna go ahead and mark it with a swirl so I don't have to keep indicating it. There you go.
Man, he's on the wall this
yeah,
time
like
too.
the same token for all 5 of them. It's like, which one of the 5 is talking?
Yeah, I know. They insert racist joke here about how they all look the same.
I mean, he does have a slightly different background. Slightly.
Ever so slightly, yes. So
Tibble would repeat. You know, we want to
basically the
chain
exact same
relations, yeah.
dialogue again. Yep.
Kind of.
Ah, I see. Then you are here for the high priest. I will get the high priest. Wait here. So he goes. I don't know if you guys are able to see inside that thatch building,
No,
but
he's not high on weed.
I don't know. Based on some of these names, I would disagree. Goes in and comes out. The high priest will speak to you. One moment.
Did he give the
Are you
impression?
guys able to see into these houses?
No.
No, not at all.
Well,
Oh well. Okay, that
Right.
happened.
I would say
Denver, stop
yes,
lying.
but there's.
I can see in one of them.
Oh, whoops.
I can see
Wrong
them too.
layer.
I mean, now I can see the 4 or the 5.
Yeah, it's because I accidentally. That. Oh God. I did
Okay,
not want to do
granted, Sai, he revealed those 5 after he asked the question and after you said yes.
that. Can I undo that? Can I undo again? Oh God, I'm gonna have to do this individually. Hold on.
It's Poe.
Denver.
Yeah. Kend is the only name that's not currently a character name here as their character name at the bottom.
No.
There we go.
Yeah, I don't know why I switched it to as Kenneth.
Okay.
Oh, maybe it's because the whole site recently updated. I need to change that in the settings.
I
Like the
I
gear at the
accidentally
top,
set
on
my
the far right.
player name. Yeah. Okay. That's better. That should fix the confusion. That's my. I just changed my display name to that. But my character is Poe.
Characters, Poe. Yes.
Like the panda.
I did. I'm
Put
just.
it back.
I did. I had my character. I had my my display name and my character name as Poe. So that's what the problem was. So now I changed just my my display name to.
Anywho, so this person comes out flanked by 4 guards, obviously much more regal. She even has an incredibly tall fish skull as a crown slash pope hat kind of thing on her head.
Fish poke.
Fish pope. I am Pluplupine. I hear you come to help us bring our god here to help make amends with the Myconids.
We'd like to know more about your god before anything else. What is this god you're trying
Yes.
to bring?
Is powerful god need very large offering? We would like you to help us with this. We need you to only act as bait to bring the god here. No sacrifice is actually needed.
I don't know. I'm still getting like the vibe where a cannibal says they want to have you for dinner.
I mean, I don't know. Could it really be that
We would
bad?
like to have you for dinner.
Could it really be
That
that
kind
bad?
of thing.
I mean, last time I met a god, I got powers.
All right, go ahead. Roll it. Let's see what you got.
How are you doing those emotes, by the way?
Hey, that's pretty good. If you type /EM and
So it
then
is /EM. Okay.
/EM and then space and then whatever your
Mm-hmm. I'm aware of how that works.
yes.
Appreciate it.
So, with a 20 insight, they Plooploopine is 100% on the level. They only want you to help bait the offering for the god. You don't have to be actually sacrificed or anything like that.
What kind
They're
of
not
god?
looking for sacrifices. They're looking for people to help them bait.
Well, that isn't saying anything about their actual god, though. Like, what's the name? What do they like? What do they want out of you? What does the worshiping have to do with anything? It's like so far they've just been told, "Hey, go touch this other guy," and that's it. And it's like, where's the info at?
So in this case, you guys don't know enough about Kotoa to know that they kind of accidentally gods into existence.
Well, my character doesn't, at least.
Yeah. So
I'm also going to have rolled insight character-wise.
I'm
But
all right. Seems
I'm
legit.
proficient. I'm proficient in religion. Would I know anything about this god they're
Yeah,
talking?
can we roll religion?
You could go ahead and roll it. She did describe it as a very big god with many limbs. So
I'm focused on being
there
friendly and not religious.
there are very few deities with multiple limbs in the way that they describe them. Um, it's not sounding very deific, but with your religion, you know that the Kotoa are relatively adept at turning random shit into gods. So they could accidentally turn an octopus into a deity.
It's a octopus again.
Meanwhile, just a shiver goes down, with an audible shiver goes down V's spine at the thought of a rocktopus god.
Not a rocktopus anymore. It's a godtopus.
Yeah. But that's that's essentially what they mean. They can't give you a name because it hasn't shown up yet. They can only give the name of a deity that has shown up, as it were. The god doesn't sound evil. A multi-limbed large creature for them to worship doesn't necessarily sound evil.
I mean, I can think of one.
If you want to get
multi-limbed
technical,
evil
we're
deity.
multi-limbed too.
I mean,
That's fair. So
There's
the
only
question
one.
is, would you act as bait? You don't actually have to be a sacrifice for it. You just need to be there for them to be able to summon the deity.
Thibaut would want to go through the mission, so he'd be willing to.
Okay.
Does Ken share what he knows about the Kotoa religion concepts with the group?
Yeah, I share that with you. But just assume that if Ken has any form of like pertinent information, he's going to let you know.
when
Like he's not not going to keep it to himself.
when Ken says that, Raph does like one of those eye rolls, like really.
It's like they can just believe things into godhood. Son of a bitch.
I am still very wary of what they have planned. Oops, I did not mean to do that.
It's because they're fish people, isn't it?
You
Yes.
fetchist.
Yes. So V's like, I don't know how a deity is going to tolerate my presence. I feel as though I should wait at the ship.
That's not going to look ominous at all. It's just a skeleton waiting at a boat at the docks. Yeah.
If it makes you feel any better, I could play dead.
No, that was out of character, but still,
Hmm.
but it's like River Styx vibes. Yeah.
He'd be laying down in the boat.
What are you animal handling for?
Don't worry about it.
Wasting your crit on
You so burned a crit. You do not realize the Roll20 algorithm. You're gonna get fucked over now.
Yep.
What
Okay.
animals are you trying to handle?
Don't worry about it.
Would V hop in Zilveri's bag from her offer?
Yeah, he could do that.
I mean, I
As
also
long as you've got enough room in the bag for... Oh, God. Now he is a bag of bones.
like I do have a bag of holding.
He could hop on that too, but
I'm sure he'd
I
fit.
mean, either way.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Right.
so they say that you can have which one was it? This one is a community guest cottage that you guys can rest in. The ritual won't take place until the night, so you guys can rest up and discuss what you plan on doing once the deity gets here.
I keep watch a little bit.
That's fine. One,
Not
two,
looking
three,
conspicuous,
four,
but
five.
kind of closer to the entrance.
That's fine. So they start gathering over here. As the day continues, you guys start to notice more arriving.
You know, I'm really starting to like this and this.
I mean, we do have fireballs, so
I do have 3 fireballs.
it says worshippers with it.
So, as I'm sure you've noticed, quite a few Kotoa have shown up. But there is a notable not Kotoa amongst them.
That seems like a Duergar.
It is a Durgar. So, night, well, the hours pass to where the ritual is about to take place. So one of the Quatoa come to get you and let you know that it is time.
It is time.
They have gathered the necessary people for worship. They have gathered the necessary supplies for worship. If you would mind standing in a very specific spot, the ritual will take place, the deity will be summoned, and then you will be free to do whatever you want.
And where is said
The spot being right here.
Right there.
Next
I
to the
sort of-
giant sacks of fish.
I was wondering what that was.
Away from them so they don't see, I sort of slightly twinge my claws together.
Hmm.
Sort of like I'm ready.
I'm moving V over here, but V is still in Zelviri's bag. So, you guys can see all of them have gathered together, and they start chanting in a tongue that sounds like Undercommon, but you don't. Those of who do speak Undercommon don't understand it.
Is it any actual language, or is it just them?
Not as far as you can tell. But as you do, you notice that this already underground dark area, despite how well lit it is, slowly starts to become more and more shadowed.
It isn't.
And it's at this point that you start to realize that this may or may not have been a mistake.
It's not abyssal. I take it, is it?
I was gonna guess that was that.
As out of the water, a colossal two-headed Etten arises.
Mm.
You have one round to perform an action before it will take notice of the shore.
All right.
Keep in mind, your boat is over here.
How does that...
And you get a vibe from all of the Kotoa of the vibe from Tori Story. The cloud.
Oh my god.
So wait, none of us understand what they're saying.
Because they're not actually speaking a language.
Oh, they're not.
okay.
That's what I was
So
gonna
Never
ask.
mind then.
Like, they were
Comprehend
using
languages.
undercommon for the syllables, but it's the equivalent of someone saying random gibberish letters and vowels one after another in English.
Incoherent religious ramblings.
So
Do I have
comprehend
time-
languages wouldn't have done anything.
Do I have time
Nope.
for 2 bonus actions or just 1 bonus action?
You have 1 round before a thing happens. So, in this case, 1 bonus action. Yes, like
Alright.
tongues.
All right, then I will. I'll go ahead and rage. We have to go
To
we have
confirm, to confirm, your intent is to combat and to attack it. So you intend to attack a god along with every single one of its followers because they needed our help to summon it. We did our job. Now you're like, hey, I know I helped. I know I was going to help you guys, but let's just kill that thing and then kill all of you because they're not going to be happy about it.
That's the gist of it.
Can I roll anything to see if I know exactly what this is based off of what I see?
I mean, I
That'll
didn't
be
say
your
I was gonna
action.
do anything,
Well,
but
I mean, I have a bonus action because I wasn't thinking we were gonna attack it at all.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Can I just roll nature?
You could do nature, you could do religion.
'Cause I'm
The DC for nature would be higher.
well, I'll
I
do
hate
religion
both of
because I'm
those.
proficient. I'm proficient in both.
pose.
Nat 20.
Instead, I will.
So that isn't a god. That is the Demogorgon.
Mm,
Would you help you? Would you relay that to us to be like, let's GTFO?
Pretty much. Like I as a player don't know what the Demogorgon is, but
Oh,
Dangerous.
very.
yeah,
But as for your character, you know that that is one of the demons, one of the 8 strongest demons of the abyss, heralded as one of the quote-unquote demon lords.
That's actually a good question. Let me see
It's
if I
not
have
one
a-
of the strongest. It's actually tied for second weakest, but that doesn't mean it's weak by any stretch of the imagination. This thing is known for tearing cities apart, and it is not a very nice thing to deal with.
guys, I think we royally fudged up here.
But we're just trying to, mend communities to make sure that there's no magic again. Why did
Yeah,
it go so wrong?
yeah, but that's I'm pretty sure Mr. Belial told me about that, and I don't think we want to mess with it. That's not a god. That's not their god.
Will we even be allowed to leave?
They said once you've summoned it, you're free to go.
I know they're like fanatic about what just got summoned, but are they cool? Do I feel like if I took a step away from this area, they would attack me?
They're too focused on the Demogorgon.
Oh,
Their
okay, so
god is here.
like, why would I care if that? Like, okay, you helped whatever flee. I don't give a shit. You're not the main thing here. He's here. He's back.
Or he's here.
Sorry, I had a chat.
Well, Sai, that's the thing. That's why Voss said we have 1 round. So this is basically deciding: do we stay or do we go?
Do we stay or do we go now?
I mean, getting in
Yeah,
our
as I
boat
said, we got 1 round. So
is
what are
that
we doing
even
in this
gonna be
1
smart?
round?
I mean, I used my action to roll religion.
Me too.
Well, that wasn't your movement.
No, those
Yeah,
are
it-
free
Or
actions.
You
bonus
still have
action.
your movement.
I thought my bonus action and action. What are you talking about? I didn't do anything.
But the point is you guys are able to move now.
Yeah, I was wondering, trying to figure out if my character would understand if it's too much of a threat.
I'm telling you right now, it is way too much for you to handle. You don't want to fight that.
Mm,
The hard part is we
Fine.
were also partially sent to like investigate and potentially reduce the infernal presence in the Underdark, and this obviously screams infernal presence.
Yeah.
Well, if we're gonna go, we should go.
Well,
Yeah.
not infernal, demonic presence. And this, by the way, does qualify as a demonic presence.
Maybe if we
So-
survived.
The difference in level between you and it, this would be if you were somehow able to kill this thing, you would level up a lot.
Yeah.
The problem is the likelihood of you surviving an encounter with this thing and it is practically 0.
Like Tarrasque levels of 0. Like, how are we talking?
I have only seen one party of your level manage to beat it. But the luck required was absolutely astronomical. Like, statistically, it wasn't possible for them to win, but they still managed to do it.
Probably a TPK, Sai. Is that what you're aiming for?
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, that's it. Well, it would potentially recognize them as worshippers and recognize us fleeing from it. I don't know. But if Ken relays the fact that it's way out of our league, Tibble has no issue with leaving because we did what we came to do, technically speaking.
Mm-hmm.
Technically speaking, this is a demonic incursion. You guys have just completed 2 quests simultaneously.
But we don't want to die. So
Yes.
We should
So,
If we move,
Zell just
then
voted
move.
for the boat.
Okay.
that would be movement and dashing.
My movement is I can only get here because I used my action to let everybody know that we done fudged up.
Oh yeah, I should probably move V because at least one of you has him in your bag.
Gotta love having 40 feet of movement.
You gonna move? Ah, there you go. All right. At this point, I need 2 rolls from you because I'm assuming you want to stay out of sight. I
Oh,
need
no.
initiative and stealth.
Oh no. I'm gonna roll bad on both. I told you.
Knock
I
on some wood
told
there.
You said both. This isn't both yet.
Oh, you just wait.
You just.
I told you. I told you.
Hmm.
Lovely.
Wait.
Where's stealth again?
Wait. Wait. I still
thought
don't
that
know
was
the
me
result.
for a second, so.
Mm-hmm.
For the
Come on.
record, it's not disadvantage, but the 1 was still the first roll I did because I have boots of a kind. If it's based off of that, then it would just be the first roll. But the first roll was a 1 anyway.
All right. So Belial did not help me much.
No, it doesn't
You
appear
also didn't.
so.
Yeah, you also didn't declare what the roll was going to be for. You had 2 rolls. You only have it to 1.
I added it to my stealth. I was
So you
trying
have a
to.
5 for stealth.
Yes.
Well, I have a 1, so I don't think it's the best shot.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Denver, did you really not hear him say initiative and stealth?
I believe she's referring to the
The net
plethora
one.
of single digits.
No, but she didn't roll a stealth though.
Oh, all right. Well, that's fair.
She said Zell is invisible.
Invisible means you have advantage on stealth. It doesn't mean you automatically succeed.
Yeah, look at mine. If I rolled a 1 and a 7 and still just got a 7, it would have still sucked.
Yeah.
Well, technically, it's also part of the ruling for the spell itself, Sai.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Alright.
Okay. Yeah.
So you can watch everyone else die. Good job.
You know what the funny part is? So because because of the way that invisibility and greater invisibility are worded, even if the opponent can see you, a la true sight, you still have they still have disadvantage to hit you. Because the
That's been-
disadvantage is part of
yeah.
the spell effect, not the context of being invisible. Unfortunately, your invisibility is moot. It has true sight, but it'll have disadvantage attacking you if it decides to. Fortunately for you,
Well, that is true because you didn't get as far, and you're actually the closest one. So, as far as movement goes, it's possible you would have been the first one it attacked if you weren't whether you're invisible or not.
Oh no, what's it doing?
Is it going after the fish?
I think it's gonna do a boom.
I think it wants some sushi.
what the hell? Who just?
Why do you think we're being so pessimistic? Did you not hear him explain what this thing is?
Wants sashimi.
I could go for some sashimi right now.
The thing is, there's no guarantee that Voss would have it go toward the fish instead of us first. That's the thing. You couldn't necessarily foretell that.
With those stealth rolls.
With those stealth rolls, you are correct. However,
Considering one of us got nat 1 for initiative and one of us got nat 1 for stealth.
yeah. Oh, I've been that mean. Not to you guys, but I have been that mean.
You haven't TPK'd us even once.
No, but I have been mean enough to do that.
I almost died twice, but that's it.
Only once during this whole campaign. Come on.
But I
And also,
almost did the second time.
You also shot one of our cellmates, so
So I need everyone to make a wisdom saving throw.
Uh-oh.
This is a fear effect. So I believe at least one of you has advantage on that.
For fear?
I don't
Yes.
think
That's a good
so.
point. I think.
you know what? Just in case, I still have 2 uses
If
for
you
Purple Cell, but-
raged, then you are immune to fear effects.
Yeah, I did. So I'm going with the fact that I still did. So.
Yeah. So you're immune to fear effect.
Okay, I got a 21.
I mean, I can't move closer
A
towards it.
21.
No.
Hey, that's pretty good.
I didn't know what the BC was.
I
don't
I
have
basically raged, not knowing what the thing was, and then Ken's like, no, 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 no. I'm like,
Poe, you are the only one who passed, but that's because you're immune to fear.
Wait,
A 21 does not pass.
21 did not pass.
I mean,
Yeah.
I was
Remember
already
when I
planning on
said
running.
that this is something you don't want to fight? Yeah. This is a glorified quick time event cutscene. So that is just it being here. It hasn't actually done anything but moved yet. However, that is about to change. As you can see, its limbs uncurl from each other, revealing it to have 4 tentacled appendages. At which point it lashes out and grabs this one, this one, this one,
Not the
and
meat
this
evolved
one from where it is standing.
And those are its beloved followers, Sai. If we were standing there instead,
Mm-hmm.
The sad part is, you watch as these two melt into puddles of ichor on the way towards it. These two, on the other hand, start to wither, and they look very unhealthy right now.
what's the worst that could happen if we stayed?
Yeah, a lot. A lot is the worst that could happen if you stay. Kenneth, you unfortunately will be skipping this round. However, everybody else goes before the Kotoa.
I'm just too scared.
You are Warrior Brown Pants today. Oh no, there's never a chance of you making it to the boat in the first round unless you happen to have god tier movement and abilities. Like if you were a rogue who could double dash, then you could make it to the boat on the first round.
If only
So
I
far,
could.
no one's ever done it.
If I was a wood elf instead of an eldrin, it would have been cool, like a wood elf rogue for just that much movement. But it's like I understand,
Mhm.
yeah.
I could have
If I
made
could
it if
only
I
bonus
didn't.
action grapple.
If I
Yep.
didn't use my action, I would have been able to.
Uh,
If I hadn't used my action, I would have been further away. Well, actually, no. If I hadn't used my action, I wouldn't have been able to tell everybody to just dip.
So it is y'all's turn. I'm basically
Movement.
going to let you guys take your turn simultaneously, except for Ken.
What would
Because
so can we just use an action to untie the boat?
by
Yeah.
the way, is movement double when you use it as a full round action? I guess.
It's dashing.
So
yeah.
it here it is. In 5th ed, you can dash, which takes up your action to basically give you a second move. If you are a rogue or a monk, you also have the ability at certain levels to bonus action dash, which
That'll go
means
in.
that you effectively triple your move speed for
Oh.
that round.
Can I dash while grappling someone?
Yes, but grappling someone specifies you move at half movement.
Ah.
So
So,
you would just move your
normal speed.
regular
Let me
movement.
check what my.
Oh yeah, and then I'm V's with Zelvire, so
I would want to use my action to untie the boat so everyone else can just get in or something.
Yeah, I don't. Have
if
that.
you have proficiency in water vehicles, you don't need to use an action to do that. The only person I believe has that, though, is V. Unless...
I'll.
I do not.
I do.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 30. What's your movement speed, Poe?
That's what I was wondering. Can you diagonal from here to here or no?
Yes, you can diagonal
And I could make
there.
it here with 80.
Okay. It'd be 40 if you were to pick up Ken.
Well, I can't bonus action. Oops. Grapple. It seems. Can I?
That's fair.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Um,
So yeah, I wouldn't be able to anyway. So.
I mean, to be fair, it'd get him further away from the Demogorgon.
I mean, can I move? I forget. Is move a move action or is it part of the regular action? It's been a
Move
while.
is movement.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Then fuck it. I'll grapple him and then. Oh, let's see. I have to roll for that. I can take it though, right?
No.
Well, he could.
Okay. Then I'll just.
I mean, unless Ken doesn't want to be picked up.
No, that's fine.
All right.
You can
All right.
get the fuck away from there.
40. I guess I'll move here with.
All right, so
Then
Ken, put
Poe.
yourself somewhere adjacent to him.
Yep. To the left of me, I take it. I guess.
Initially, I guess it's a good thing I didn't try it because it would have just failed. I was hoping to like cast suggestion and just be like, please let us leave.
That's on a humanoid, right? Is that
Yeah.
I think that's
Suggestion? No, it's anything. It's anything that fails to save.
Oh.
Yeah,
even if it
it's
can't understand you.
no, it has to be able to
Uh,
understand us. It's
oh,
a
I was
creature-
thinking of command.
Yeah, a creature you can see within range that can hear and understand you. But I assumed the Demogorgon could speak languages.
Maybe
It
not
can.
any of the ones you
Yeah.
know. But yeah.
But now I'm assuming that, suggestion would have just failed.
Yes.
I was grappling Ken. So
Granted,
Why
she
that
did, she
wasn't-
did ask that a while ago, like right when you first initially asked it.
oh,
I mean,
I missed
even
it.
even then, it was pretty obvious considering you were next to only one other character.
Well, we didn't know for sure. Do you want to like take someone hostage to get info and have them come with us? We didn't know.
I grapple my foot.
You grapple your foot and throw. Gets you all the way to the boat.
Well, Rothmore and Tibble were only vaguely nearby everyone else. They were ahead of everyone else. They just fucking booked it.
And I feel like they don't care if we get on the boat or not. They're just like, I want to live.
No, Tibble wants everyone to be on the boat and live. He just wants to prep it so all you have to do is get in and jump on, and then we can go. That's what his goal is. Because I would say I used the face step thing. I used the face step this round for my bonus action. So my action on tying it, phase step with movement and enough movement to get into the boat. He just wants everyone to get in so we can just go. That's what his goal is.
I'm 5 feet away from it. I don't have any more movement. Unless I dash, which... At this point,
It's
not
ironic
useful.
that the skeleton is the one with the water vehicle proficiency.
But he's hiding from Demogorgon.
Yeah. So you guys move there. The Quatoa move out. The lower ranked ones flee. The higher ranked ones move in towards the Demogorgon. Passive perceptions.
Very bad.
Oh yeah, we can just type
16.
it in. That's so nice.
I think Selvire is
Oh, I got
Well,
this.
V can't because he's kind of in a bag right now. Yeah, no, Zelvire, you noticed that the Durgar from
Oh,
earlier
I can't even see
is
that.
running
Switch
towards
again.
you guys. Unfortunately, his stubby little legs won't let him get any closer this round.
25 feet of movement. Ha!
Some rando we've never met before. Hey, wait for me!
I mean, yeah.
Demogorgon's turn.
Is he eating more of the Croatoans?
Yep. Y'all's turn.
Does Elvira mention the guy wanting to run toward us?
I mean, I can't see him, so.
You're in range. You have yeah.
All right.
Yeah, the only people who have better perception than Zelvira are nowhere near it.
Yeah.
Are nowhere near the guy.
I could tell, but I wouldn't. I can't see him.
How would you really say that? Even if it's just a random, would he really seem weak? Or is he just doesn't care to let him go with us?
Damn.
I mean, yeah.
Well, you say that like we knew what we were getting into or what your character's alignment was when we made it a group. Come on, we did.
I'm assuming
obviously.
you let. I'm assuming you tell V to hop out of the bag once you're in the boat.
Keep him in
No,
the bag.
he's in the
Okay.
bag. This cat's not getting out the bag this time.
So, what do you mean there's a guy down there? What are you talking about? There's
do you
lots of
mean
guys
weak?
down there.
Yeah.
There's lots of guys down there.
And what does Week have to do with anything? If he is hoping for our help, and we have the time, we should be able to help him.
I mean, he's on the dock now. Is there enough room on the boat? I thought it was made for 6 people.
It is made for 6 people.
But we're currently
If
one
V is
person
in a bag, it won't matter.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me see.
I think we should help him.
Oh, snap, the interrobang. Zelvire typing.
I guarantee she's just going to try to tell us to leave without him.
Again,
She
even though
already
there's
did.
technically literally room for him to come on the boat, just enough.
Yeah,
On the
but
other
you'd have to
hand,
wait for one more round.
Well, I get an action this time. How difficult would it be to take the hempen rope in my bag and lasso him?
I can't see
At
all
this
the
distance, it would be very... range for thrown weapons is 20, 40, or 60, so you'd be throwing with disadvantage to lasso him.
Mhm.
Ah. So I definitely wouldn't be able to do it because I'm already not good.
Also, V is in in Zelviri's bag currently. That's fine. That means someone who isn't proficient in the steering of the boat would have to be the one steering the boat.
Well, who knows? Maybe the Dwergar is proficient in it, and if we let him on, he can help us.
And most of us do speak Undercommon, so we can ask him.
I want to teleport the Dwargar to like the square beneath V with face up because I'm spring.
Okay.
And with my dash movement, I make it back to here.
All right. Fair enough.
Now, ideally, other Croatoan are going to be closer to that thing to be chosen as targets instead of us still.
Oh,
I can't see how many are left, but I can hope.
This city is unfortunately a fish market. Ken, you're up.
Okay, so is Tibble close enough that I could throw the rope to him and just like yank him back onto the boat?
I
So we
hope you
can
realize
go?
I'm wearing a full set of
20.
plate armor.
Well, there's also a barbarian right next to me.
I mean, that's fair.
So I feel like that would help.
It has to. I don't think. I don't. I'm not sure how difficult the dice check would be, because it's not like you can get really solid footing on a potentially shaky boat, and you can't like lean against a wall or anything because it's still just on a boat.
Fair. I'm just trying to get everybody on here.
Oh, I
as
know.
fast
I'm
as
just saying. I wanted to make sure the Duergar was going to be here, and that's why I mentioned the number of Kartoa versus us in this area. Because we just get one more round, we can both get on the boat in time, and we can just get the hell out of here.
True. Then
I only moved. Can I technically grapple another Well, they weren't. Trying to think.
I mean, we really don't have to do anything. We can just skip our turns, and then next round they'll just hop on the boat and we'll leave.
Yep.
I guess the only thing I would do is just ask the Dwargar, like, do you know how to sail a ship?
Nope. Which he says in Dwarvish.
One language I don't understand.
I
He
don't
understood that one.
Tibble talks back to him in Dwarvish. It doesn't matter. You needed saving, and we were here to help. We can get going soon.
All right. Demogorgon's turn.
Yes, they speak funny.
Right? Yeah. You know what? For the record, I don't think anyone on average would expect Tibble to know Dwarvish.
I mean, I think I said before, like whenever I make a character, I never really like choose languages based on what I think my character would know. I choose them based on like this is just like my character just decided to learn these.
Oh, I did it based on backstory. He was raised by dwarves.
Oh, do you want to see my gigantic list? It helps having a lot.
I only have 3. I mean, I only have 3, but I also have the comprehend languages.
I can cast tongues if need be later down the road too.
How do you actually post languages like that?
I forget.
I did it
Isn't-
through
Just
D&D
click
Beyond,
the thing.
so...
There you go.
That's one. Yeah.
I
How
was
do
like,
I?
I
How do
don't
I
think
do
you
all
just
of them?
have
Is the
one.
question.
You click.
Whatever. I'll just post them. Do I have to? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know Draconic. Oh, common, undercommon, dwarvish, sylvan. Actually, my Fey elf doesn't actually know Elvish.
Mhm.
Well, he was raised by dwarves. Because many times, like chunks of forest will from the Feywild will fade in and out of other forests in the material plane, and that's many times that people meet Fey elves like Eldrin in the first place, or get sucked into the Feywild and shit. Crazy things can happen, and so I want to say like that's his origin. So he got found out by traveling dwarves, or they're on their way somewhere, and he's actually raised by them, and it was a basically a family of blacksmiths, and so he's like a proud craftsman.
Hey, it's y'all's turn.
Get over here. I look at the Demogorgon. Stay over there.
I mean, if he doesn't want to, I don't think he's gonna listen. It doesn't matter who's gonna drive the boat. All that matters is we're gonna get the fuck out of here.
Do I have to make a roll to try to drive the boat?
I think it
Yeah,
does matter
if you
because Zell
had
isn't doing
proficiency
shit.
in it, you wouldn't.
Oh, sure. Last character, I make a pirate and we get no fucking water vehicles. This character, now it needs fucking water vehicle proficiency. Sure.
Mhm.
Navigator's tools would normally help if you were outside.
Hmm.
Unfortunately, you're in the Underdark.
I don't have navigator's tools.
ha-
For my background, it was navigators or another masons, or another craftsman. So I have both
Well-
smithing and mason tools.
Well,
have a
I
plan
think the
for
reason
that.
she's bringing it up is because she has it. She's proficient in Navigator's tools, which would give you advantage on the check to maneuver the boat. Unfortunately, unless you have proficiency in water vehicles, you have to make the check. And the Navigator's tools only work outside because you need a view of the skyline in order for them to be of service. Wisdom, usually.
Yeah, just a straight wisdom.
If you don't have proficiency in a set of tools that would be relevant to moving the boat, yes.
I'm good with wisdom. I can try to do it.
Well, I mean,
Do it.
if it's just steering, it makes sense. But I mean, I think Poe and Tibble are gonna be the rowers still.
And then I think we could
Yeah.
probably use
And the person who's gonna make the wisdom check is like, I turn left a little bit here, no, a little more.
In this case, it would be directing the rowers, would be
Yeah.
what the wisdom was for. But in any event, with you guys working together, you manage to start getting the boat out of there. As you make it back over here and slowly start to fade, the docks slowly fade from your view. You see the city light on fire,
Oh.
and you could see the looming visage of the Demogorgon.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I really assume that we wouldn't keep it. Okay, I assume the boat is going long ways, and that's why it was parked that way. But I don't know.
Yes.
But this way, it's like I think yeah exactly. I think it'd be turned a different way by going forward like this. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You can just talk, Poe.
You can.
I can't talk that.
You can say Poe notices Zell, and he like you can say what your character does without saying what they're verbally saying.
Says the person that said sheds a single tear.
But I said that.
Oh, you said that. Oh,
Oh, yeah, that was me.
No
I think
voices,
it's
my
just.
bad.
I just find it more fun to put it there.
I just never write orange text.
I didn't even know
I'm
it
not
was
a
an option.
I'm not a fan of the color, but like, it is. I just think it's fun.
I've gotten too used to saying what my character does and how they think and how they give certain looks and have certain like inner thoughts and things. My last character was a mute, so I had to practice with it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, in my party, I have a character who's pretending to be mute.
So you make a stealth check every single time they whisper verbal components to a spell.
I don't think so.
So
It hasn't
you
really come up
guys vacate, and
We technically did our job. They said if we help be bait, they would forgive the they would forgive the Myconids. We were bait, and then we just left.
You know, I
Yep.
don't think there's going to be a Myconid colony left if we keep that there.
so
It's completely across the lake.
first of all,
It came from
you
the
did
lake.
manage to save someone. That's a
One
milestone.
person.
Second,
Oh my.
you
Zell wanted to leave
survived.
behind a milestone.
Yep. Second,
Don't his all that crap.
second, you managed to survive your encounter with the Demogorgon. That's a milestone. You managed to complete this chapter. That's a milestone. And you completed the quest for the Myconids. That's a milestone.
Are
in
you
case
saying
you
we went
guys-
4 times?
Yes. Yes, I am.
We go up to level 10.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
This isn't as
Can we
bad
get
as,
one more?
as Strahd, but it's no, it's already awkward enough as it is. It's like we didn't level as many times as we did for Strahd, but I mean, this is still a lot at once.
Very much so.
It is. Then again, so the Demogorgon comes like right for you guys. If you guys didn't dip immediately, there's a chance that one or more of you might have been caught by the Demogorgon, and that would have been bad news bears. You might have lost a milestone for that. You guys managed to save someone from this. It really didn't matter who, as long as you managed to get someone away, because anybody who doesn't leave with your party, they burn with the city and or get eaten by the Demogorgon. You know, one of the two. So all of you living, all of you got the milestone. You saved someone from this horrific fate. There's a milestone. It's the end of the chapter. There's a milestone.
woo. Daddy.
You tried to stop us from doing good, though.
I was gonna say, why are you going Hazard like saving the guy? You're the one that said we don't.
It's like, leave him behind. He looks weak. Let's just ditch him. It's like, the hell? Then it's like, yeah, because you saved him, you get another level. Yeah, guys, we did it. The fuck?
No, you are. I
You very much, like
legitimately-
90% of the times, you don't deviate much from your character's personality.
If I had to give you an alignment, Denver, it definitely would be chaos.
I have something I need to check real quick. Hold on. Who just moved?
I did not. I'm just leveling.
Nope.
I saw my screen move, but I didn't.
What map is everybody on? The
I-
blank one or Sloop Ladoop?
Sloop
Loop.
I'm on
The
Sloop Doodoo.
Lulu one.
I saw it change for a second, and then I came back
Yep.
with the other one.
Same.
Yeah, it went.
And is everybody back on the blank map now?
Yep.
Yes.
Except for the Durgar.
Hmm.
So wait,
It looks as though that particular. It appears as though it's not letting me do what appears to be the only.
So wait, are we leveling up now?
Yeah.
Okay. And
Absolutely.
you said it was 4 milestones.
It is 4 milestones.
Sweet.
So it looks like they're working on the ability to move individual players to different maps.
Mm-hmm.
And
And I
when
just
you can,
tried to do that. Unfortunately, it's not letting me do
Taking-
it, so.
Guess I'm taking the average.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember what. Let's see. Let me look at my character notes.
I don't
Yeah, I'm
think
taking the
anybody
average on
has
that
said
one.
that specifically, but oh, you didn't want the one, but one is such a nice number.
Wait.
No, it's the loneliest number.
So wait, it's
You
saying
could be lonely and nice.
it's saying I get an additional Eldritch Invocation, but it's letting me choose Agonizing Blast. I don't understand. Shouldn't that not be on the list because I already have it? Same with like Devil Sight.
Then don't
believe
choose them,
so.
man. Just don't choose them.
Yes, choose them
just
again, get more damage.
More.
Okay, so it does.
More.
It's not
Yeah,
that
no, that's an error.
yeah.
Okay, so it
The
wasn't that,
Charactermancer
like,
is not perfect.
okay. I was wondering if it was like, oh, the agonizing blast can be stronger, but no. What's
I mean, if it's letting you, I'm not gonna say no,
I mean, if it has
but
no
I
effect, I'm
would.
not taking it.
Yeah. I was gonna say if it's going to let you do exploits like that, take it. And the biggest reason I say that is because after the Demogorgon appears, one of the encounters changes from blank to one of the demon lords, because there are several.
I mean, aren't I friends with a demon lord?
You are friends with what claims to be a demon lord. They aren't necessarily a demon lord.
Belial lied to me.
Or it might be a devil. But either way, actually, Belial is a devil, not a demon lord. So you're friends with the devil, not a demon, and there is a colossal difference. Because devils are bound by contracts, demons are not. In any event, I'm going to be right back. I got to run to the restroom.
Boweep.
That seems like a good invocation.
Yeah, you do get new ones at 7 and 9, huh?
Yep, so I'm gonna get 2 more. I'm thinking of Eldritch Sight. I can cast Detect Magic at will without expending a spell slot.
Granted, Detect Match is also a ritual.
Eh.
So you can do that already anyway if you have the spell. But as a warlock, I can understand. But I have it as a cleric, and I normally have it prepared.
Okay, so you have Detect Magic, so I don't really
Yeah.
need it. Okay.
So you can pick a different invocation. So technically speaking, you can do the whole I want to push you away or I want to pull you closer with your Eldritch Blast.
Or I could get Eldritch Spear and increase my Eldritch Blast's range to 300 feet.
I mean, you can already see it's max distance. And we're going to be in the dark most of the time. right? It's 120 for the distance on Eldritch Blast normally, right?
I think so. I could read all right.
Every time I'm leveling, it's like saying add like a dozen new spells, and it's like I am gonna have like every spell possible available to me for preparation. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, you're a cleric.
What did you get for level 8, Matt?
Level 8. What did I get?
Feat, ASI, what?
Oh, I ASI.
Ooh, I can see through solid objects.
Sweet.
I kind of wish we went one more level up because then I can get the fun attack.
It's
Actually,
always gonna be one more thing than you actually got. Come on.
I know.
I don't know how much more we'll be encountering water because I could get Gift of the Depths and I can breathe underwater and get a swimming speed equal to my walking speed. I can also.
I don't know
transform-
either, but fuck it. If it's terrain based, it's always it's even if it's situational, it's like why not? Fuck it.
Yeah, I'm just looking at.
We have
much-
no guarantees we're not gonna get our boat tipped over.
I don't have that kind, so that doesn't. Okay, why would I want to move something 10 feet closer to me?
So we can.
What
hit
if you
them,
want to move them into my spirit guardians
or move them into
Fair
range
enough.
for the melee attackers?
to make sure if they want to really run away again, we get opportunity attacks, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And you can position yourself before you do it. So if you're pulling, if you have, it's 120-foot range for your attack. If you want to pull them off of a cliff, or you want to pull them off of a perched spot so they take fall damage, why not?
True.
Oh god, I can ask my god for stuff now.
Divine intervention.
Yeah.
Nice.
One more level.
Oh, and I get my final cantrip. Huh.
I got something very nice.
I'm gonna get guidance because sure, I never think to use it when I should, but it's always nice to have.
Fair.
Oh goodness. Oof. Oh yeah, I forgot about this part.
I literally know all of my spells possible to know because every time I level up, it says, "Hey, pick so many new spells to have at your disposal to choose from for your prepared spells out of." And it's like I literally ran out of spells, so I know all spells possible.
I mean, you're a cleric. You automatically know all cleric spells.
Just so for the DM to be aware, I guess.
Yeah.
Anywho.
And keep in mind, just because we leveled doesn't mean we immediately got a long rest with the level.
Yep, I'm aware. So do I start at 0 then or my full counts for the infectious fury? That's what I'm.
If you got it just now, it should be full. But it's like I don't get my phase step charges back as an example because I need a long rest.
I'm aware.
Mm-hmm. Which, don't worry, you'll definitely have the chance.
I figured we might, but I didn't want to assume. Next time I can literally just send to GM instead of posting it publicly. Anyway. Ish. Roll a d10, guys.
Hmm?
He was making a
Mario
Mario Party reference. Oh, I just remembered.
Yes.
I need to move your Durgar friend.
Oh yeah.
And he is your friend.
I mean, we
You
Now
see
that
them from a
the-
monster, of course it is.
Oh, I'm not talking about that. You've met him before.
Wait, we've met a Durgar? That wasn't
Mm-hmm.
a traitor?
Yep. No, it was not the traitor.
Was he in that cell?
Yep, he was one of your cellmates in the Drow prison.
Hmm. Neat.
Hmm.
Man, my passive perception is really good.
Do I know who this person is?
You wouldn't
weren't
because
yeah.
you weren't captured,
I
but the
thought
rest of the
so.
party does because this is Hemeth, the Drugar who was captured with everybody in the party at the beginning of this particular campaign.
Oh. Alrighty.
Hmm.
Oink.
Woohoo. I'm level 7. It took me that long to do one level because I was reading every single Eldritch Invocation.
As you should.
Well, there's going to be a handful more at level 9.
Yep.
I'm guessing level 8, you're just going to get to 20 charisma?
Oh, definitely. Make my Eldritch Blast even stronger. What level was it that I get to fire off 3 Eldritch Blasts?
11.
So
See,
close.
one more level, we'd be set for a while.
Mm-hmm.
We just got 4 levels at once! Come on!
I know.
Yeah.
Beggars can't be choosers.
No,
Okay,
you can, but you might be left with no choice you want.
Let's see if I can roll higher than the average.
At
Nope.
least one will
Nope.
be.
There's your average for both of them, I guess.
I've been taking the average every single level.
I haven't done it every level. One of my level ups just now is max, and so I'm happy about that at least.
I did as well.
What I'd like to know is why it said my average was 7.
Because you got D12.
Because it cuts your dice in half, your hit dice in half, then +1.
Mm-hmm.
So out of a D12, half that's 6 plus 1 7.
All right, understood.
So if you ever roll below a 7, you can just take the 7. Yeah.
Yep. I rolled a 12 for one of mine.
Nice. I'm guaranteed because of your barbarian. I'm easily gonna guess that you're gonna out health my cleric.
I did really good on health this time.
I mean, I have tough and 16 constitution, but I didn't take more constitution or anything at level 8. I just went for shield master because I want to have like some level of evasion, so I don't have the health for it.
Hey, Poe, you have exactly 4 times as much health as your Drugar friend.
How much health do you have?
116.
You beat me by 1.
I got 81.
But for the record, for a cleric, being even vaguely comparable to a barbarian isn't too shabby, okay?
For a cleric, yeah.
You know, it's not nice of me to make fun of someone who isn't here to defend herself, but 1, I feel like she would deserve it, and 2, I can't help but think that she would have that PTSD episode again in the next part.
Having to hurt innocence?
Yeah. She, you remember how she freaked out during the challenges with the Frost Maiden?
Hey, we have to, as part of the challenge by an evil god, you have to do evil things. How dare I do evil things? Fireball NPCs that will immediately attack and kill us. It's like, wait, what?
Yep. There are similar situations here where there are abusive people all over the place, and slaves, and all sorts of that. Oh no! Why is he one?
And I have seen people on Roll20 forums for like if you're trying to find a group and stuff, and like a bunch of them are like, okay, here's what the module's about. Here's how I DM, and here are all the trigger warnings for this particular module, kind of thing. Yeah, exactly. Like, technically speaking, as far as the encounters and potential weather effects can go, it's possible you might have to end up encountering something like cannibalism or starvation in Icewind Dale because of the terrain and because of what you may be encountering. We don't know for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Then we just got a whole bunch of owls.
Okay. So, your trek back to, and by the way, I've been rolling this shit while you guys were leveling up. Your trek
up.
while you're leveling up. Your trek back to the Myconid colony is relatively uneventful.
Relatively?
Relatively. I mean, you're with Hemeth. And Hemeth tells you about how he is still being pursued by the Drow.
Does he talk in Dwarvish or other languages?
Dwarvish.
Okay.
But the reason he's speaking Dwarvish to you guys is because he knows you guys are from the surface, so Dwarvish would be a little easier for some of you. He doesn't know that the majority of you don't have Dwarvish as a language.
Tibble would like very nicely talk to him in Dwarvish, like, and very happily do it because he doesn't normally get chances to talk in Dwarvish, even though he was raised around it. Like, it's like undercommon. It's not his native language.
Yep.
So he might give the impression, being that like, oh, Dwarvish is an easy and okay thing to talk with. It's no big deal, and it's like not everyone knows Dwarvish.
Oh, hey, you don't have to take the average on that one.
Yeah, I got 1 more than the average.
4, 5, 6. All right, so he indicates that he is still being chased by the Drow, which is how he ended up in Sloopadoop. He was hoping to charter a boat from there to get to Gracklestug. That name doesn't sound familiar to you, and at your questioning look, because I'm sure you are, he gives you the name of a famous, or rather infamous city, the City of Blades.
I, as a player, don't know what the hell that is.
You, as a character, would, though.
Okay.
Most people have, at least in passing, heard of the City of Blades. It's not a very pleasant place to be. You who speak Dwarvish would have heard more about it as an infamous Durgar city. It does business with the surface dwellers more often than any other part of the Underdark. But with that, they have draconian laws. Like, these laws are so strict that if you sneeze in the wrong location, you are imprisoned for years. That kind of thing. And most people aren't cordial. They are usually very quiet and reserved because you don't want to say the wrong thing, because you never know who's watching, because there are invisible sentries throughout the city. And to those of who don't know, Hemeth is explaining these downsides. And the reason he's explaining all this to you guys is because he's hoping you guys, once you're done with whatever it is you're currently doing, will help him get to Gracklestug.
And how does that have to do with the City of Blades?
Well,
The City
that
of Blades is the surface dweller name for Gracklestug.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay. Yeah, not just dwarvish, but being a smith is like a name. Like, how would you not know a city called the City of Blades, right?
Mm-hmm. But it's not just a smithing and mercantile city. It's the basically the epicenter of the Durgar economic force. It's where the
They save
highest
everyone.
aristocracy lives. It's where most of the business is done. But it's also where not a lot of outsiders tend to venture, especially those who aren't dwarves. Because of their draconian laws, if you say the wrong thing in the wrong place, or you accidentally step foot somewhere you didn't know was off limits, it doesn't matter. You're incarcerated for years at a time.
So it's like the Menzo Baranzan for the Duergar.
Kinda, yeah. Um, the the reason he wants to go there is because he wanted it's not his home, but he has some relatives there. And after the Demogorgon was summoned, he wants to go there even faster to warn them of the impending demonic crisis. So
Okay.
he's like, I'm thankful for you letting me escape with you. If you don't mind, could we go to Gracklestug when you're done? That way I could try and see my family and acquaintances to try and inform them of this impending crisis.
I mean, at most, we just need to get to the Myconid colony to report our quote unquote success, or at least
Which took you
update them about the situation.
It took you 3 days to get there. It takes you 5 to get back because you're going against the stream this time.
Oh.
That makes sense.
But you do manage to get there unimpeded, unlike the last couple of times.
So long rest.
So long rest. Technically 5 long rests, but yeah. After you make it back there, Zelvire, you get to see Stoot again, who is very happy to see you. They are very concerned that the Kotoa are no more. Granted, they're just assuming they're all dead because, you know, a giant fucking demon started eating them like a kid with a pot of candy.
But also assume
So
that.
it's okay. In their offense, it's kind of a safe assumption.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they do reward you for it. With their advanced stuff, they give you more of the mushrooms that they did before. Which in this case, Poe, you are getting it for the first time. the mushrooms that they gave you can be used as a potion of superior healing, or if you give it to V, he could refine it into a potion of revivify for you.
We already have 2 of those potions, though.
Yep, you do have 2.
How many
But
more mushrooms
anyway.
do they give us?
1 each.
Okay.
So V currently has 2.
Yeah, I'm not using mine for potions verify. I'm gonna have 2 superior healing ones because Tibble plans on being out in the front lines as it were.
Fair.
And for the record, just he has them handy so he can drink them as a bonus action. So I want to make sure I point that out. It's not just, oh, I have my bag all the time. It's like, well, they're not out, they're easy to get. It's like, no, they are.
That
Yeah.
spell requires a diamond. So.
Well, yeah, I know I have a refund. Yeah, let's go in one of the most draconian laws places ever, and just be thieves because I'm sure that'll fucking work out when one of us got a nat one. Really? Yeah.
It would be absolutely hysterical if that did in fact work out. But
No. We have 2
not to
potions
be
that
a
don't
party
need a diamond.
pooper, but it's unlikely you'll be able to steal, but I'm not going to stop you from trying if you really want to. The funny thing is you'd actually be using their tactics against them, because I'm assuming you would do it while invisible. But anyway, so
I don't know how all of us would be invisible, but okay.
Nice.
if you cast invisibility at a higher tier, you can choose multiple targets.
I still only have
It's
2
one.
spell
It's
slots.
one. It's 1 per tier. It's 1 per
Yes.
tier above second though. That's it.
Yep. Greater invisibility, that works too. Anywho,
Still for just a minute. Jeez.
they also gave 1 to Hemith, but in all likelihood, he probably won't even get a chance to use it, based on the threats that are currently going on right now.
Well, based on how Xavier wants to play things, he might just end up having to be forcibly sided with us in a random ass encounter.
Maybe, we'll see.
We shall see.
So,
Where would we, if we
you-
wanted to help? And Tibble would relay this to anyone who can't speak Dwarvish, so he's not. They're not just all just looking at the 2 of them awkwardly talking.
So I guess the question would be, who all wants to help Hemith? One of your fellow escapees.
I mean, other than what we just saw, we don't know anywhere else directly for demonic incursions, so traveling that way might help us find other places.
Not to mention if it's possible we may gain allies or some kind of benefit from actually warning them of the danger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure Duergar are not the kind of people who like being figuratively in someone's debt.
I would assume.
No, they tend to be very make it square.
Oh, now you want to help.
Well, she didn't say want to. She said she'd go along with it by default. There's a difference.
Yeah.
Of course I'm going to
squeezing
help.
these mushrooms in my hands.
Real quick, I just want to make sure my spell save DC is correct, because I think it reset it. It's saying it should be 8 plus proficiency bonus plus charisma modifier, which would be... Never mind,
17?
Yep, I did the math wrong. It should be 19. I thought it took that +2 from the Rod of the Pack Keeper off. For some reason. Because the thing keeps resetting my armor class. Like, I have studded leather, so it should be 12, but it keeps setting it to 10. And I thought it did the same thing to my spell save DC.
I would worry about that after you're fully leveled. Would we have to
To
go a
answer
certain
your
direction?
question, no, you really don't have a lot going on right now. So this would be a
Like we can always wander aimlessly and look for demonic activity.
Or if we help people, we probably get more milestones.
It's not like D&D Beyond where you can ensure your stuff is quote unquote equipped.
Yeah, like I just added studded leather to my thing. Like I'm assuming I could edit it.
Can you get rid of if it already says leather armor? Get rid of your leather armor. It might be glitching and trying to prioritize the top armor in your inventory list or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
With Roll20, it's just the most efficient way to just only ever have like one bit of armor or something like that.
Yeah, I've only wrote the extra armors I've collected in my D&D Beyond area, so I don't have that problem.
Granted, my Blessing of the Forge, since it can be either weapon or armor upgrade, I always have to just naturally do the math in my head to say, oh, it's +1 actually.
Yeah, I mean it says it's equipped, but I don't think it's recognizing that it's actually studded leather. Since I literally just like clicked the plus icon and typed in studded leather.
Oh, that would make sense.
Yeah, I didn't actually get like studded leather dragged over here. Oh well, whatever.
So from the Myconid colony, we would have to set out again back on the Black Lake, or just go some other direction on land.
so V suggests we attempt to make a slightly bigger boat.
Yeah, he probably doesn't.
Can we
want
find a bigger
these.
stalactite to do it to make it from?
Oh yeah, there's plenty of them.
Do I have to make some kind of roll again? Because I got
You've
the
already
tools.
done it once, so you have a general idea. The roll would be to make it better this time.
I would want to roll for that. I don't think I made it better.
Well, you didn't make it any worse.
I made a sufficiently slightly bigger boat. Got it.
It is quite literally rough around the edges, but it's big enough to fit all of you at once.
It's a stalactite boat. Of course, it's gonna be rough around the edges.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It was like it literally only fits like one more person in it though. That's how not much bigger it is. Instead of 6, you can fit 7.
I mean,
Basically,
If we meet any more friends, we're fucked. Got it.
V hops in and takes up the pole position. Tra-la-la, I am the riverman. Or am I the river woman? It doesn't really matter. I love to ride in my boat. Care to join me?
I go where the party goes.
Mm-hmm. At this point, I guess I'm stuck with you.
How well does she play the tune?
Not
Apparently
bad.
not that badly. For what it's worth, because it's actually a nice performance. You can see that it's one of those things where it's like, because pan flutes are very common in the Feywild, I would want to say Tibble would recognize it, but at the same time he wasn't mostly raised in the Feywild, so it's like one of those remembering a song from long ago you can't quite remember the lyrics to, but you know it's familiar, but it's still a pleasant song, and that's how he reacts to her tune. You headbang to a pan flute?
What, do you not?
She does look silly.
I had a haircut recently, so I don't really have the hair to headbang right now.
Oh, I do.
Ah, I see.
I mean,
This
also,
time you have a...
Yes, it was though.
You have someone who's much more familiar with the area you're needing to go to.
So we can get there in.
It does take a
not
little
as
bit
much
of time to get there. Okay. So, let's see.
What a tantalizing woman.
Ah, all right. So on your way there, you aren't accosted by any creatures, but you do have some obstacles that between Tibble, Poe, V, and Hemeth, you are able to navigate with little to no effort. The biggest obstacle is probably having Poe not have his eyes ripped out by Zelvire right now.
Considering his health pool, I'm sure that's not going to be too much of an issue.
Suddenly I have this thing where it's like V and Tibble are standing side by side pointing at Zelvire and Poe going, "Don't make us turn this boat around." So,
I take my roar and splash water. So
okay, so you smack Tibble in the face with your oar. Got it.
I'm letting you know, Denver, if you actually did pick a fight with Poe, I'm gonna defend him.
To be fair, Poe's the one picking the fight with her.
He seemingly is taking jabs and patronizing her because he is probably prompted by something we can't see and he denies exists.
Yep.
Yeah. I just don't like Denver's characters usually.
Also, if you get V's cat wet, he will be upset.
I mean, it's a ghost cat.
It is a ghost cat.
Ghosts can't get wet.
I mean,
Not that you know of.
I was about to say.
might not want
Anything
to
can
mention
get
that
wet
to
if
a
you try
chaotic
hard
evil
enough.
character.
Anywho, so you guys managed to eventually make your way, surprisingly enough, to Gracklestug with no evil encounters.
Wow.
Not bad.
That being said, welcome to Gracklestug.
Mm-hmm. It is rocky.
He leads you around to an entrance where you are able to moor your ship, more or less. The first thing you notice is that once you pull into the pier, a smell of brimstone. But that's probably the least of your worries, as you can see what appears to be a haze flowing out of Gracklestug.
What's the haze of?
At this point, you're not sure.
Would we get any indication
Let's
this is
see.
not the norm? Since only one of us has been here before, basically?
Oh no, this is the norm, and that's the unfortunate part.
Okay.
Some of us are gonna look really out of place here, huh?
All but one of you are. Now, with that said, actually, let me get this set up first.
Would V want to hop in
Like
that bag?
Duergar, it's the Underdark dwarves.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is like their main city. What are you talking about? We were led to, and now we're in their main city. Morph how?
He's like Clayface.
Also, I noticed a new feature. You guys should be able to locate your own characters now on the map.
Huh?
I'm not 100% sure how. Is it this? Are you guys able to see that?
I see the whole map. I don't see any tokens on it though.
Yeah,
Hmm.
same.
I don't see the whole
Mhm.
map, but now
Oh
I do.
god, the lag is awful. Holy shit.
Oh, sorry. I had to zoom in a lot to see the tokens.
Yeah, they're
Oh.
very tiny.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I gotta
Oh.
change the health on my guy again. I for 4.
Where are the tokens? That's what I'm trying to
Center
find.
middle. If you go straight
Oh.
down from the K for the name at the dock.
Yep.
Oh, you guys can actually see that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Why is this module the one where they put the names visible to everything?
they didn't even do that in Lost
I-
Mines.
I don't.
They literally blurred it all out there.
I don't see
Yeah.
any letters. I'm not sure what.
Did you
What-
see where we're pinging?
Yeah, I do
Like
see
right
that.
here?
No, I see that. I'm saying I don't know what you guys are talking about with letters.
The
Look
actual
north
name
of
above
where
them.
we're pinging.
If you zoom out far
Oh,
enough to
Right
the map.
here.
Oh, you mean just the map at the top?
Yes,
Yeah.
the name. Like we saw the lube lettering before.
Oh,
We're not
okay.
supposed to see that as players.
Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha. Interesting.
Yeah, like you're not supposed to see Dark Lake docks or Dark Lake at all.
Fair enough.
And, well, I mean, it's like a map of Waterdeep or Neverwinter or Baldur's Gate. They are all huge main cities. It's like saying, hey, who knew Los Angeles was big? I didn't know New York was big.
Yeah. It is a big city. Oh yeah, no,
It's a big city
this
to put on the map if you want to show the whole city.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
It needs
this
that big of a
it's
map. That's how big the city is. That's what I'm saying.
it's big.
Well, I'm sure this is also one of the only modules that shows off this city in the first place, since we're focusing in the Underdark. What other time
Yeah.
would a module have to have an opportunity to show a main city of one of these races?
There is one other instance where this particular map is relevant in a module. I forget the name of the module, but it's because there is a named character in this city that appears in multiple modules. So one of the biggest things you'll notice is these doors. If you move around, if you move south to like here, V, with the help of I'm assuming Tibble and Hemeth, fashioned some gloves and masks for him to wear so that he doesn't look like a skeleton.
If it would be from Tibble's help, it would be some kind of like armor-looking metal shit. So it
Like
would be
Doctor
more
Doom.
kind of. He's more of a metal worker than a leather worker.
That's fair. Hemeth is a metal worker as well. So welcome. I'd be careful.
So to confirm, boss, is since my character would know of this and I wouldn't, is Dwarvish the language of this town or is Undercommon?
They're used almost interchangeably here. Most of
Okay.
the residents speak both.
Okay.
Outsiders tend to speak more Undercommon, but the Drugar themselves tend to speak Dwarvish more often than not.
Okay. Tibble would have relayed that before they got here if he had that information.
Yeah, Hemeth would have relayed some of that as well, or confirmed it if you said it first.
He would. Tibble's just going to stick to speaking Dwarvish then.
That's
'Cause
fair.
it seems more accepting. Accepted.
So Hemeth does mention that most of the slaves speak Dwarvish to their masters. So when you guys are around Hemeth, try to speak Undercommon or not at all, because
Mm.
otherwise you'll be seen as Hemeth's slaves, and if you are seen stepping out of line or saying something that might be considered offensive to the master, you guys will be immediately beaten, flogged, etc.
Oh, it's not just, oh, we're his friends, we're his associates. No, you're his insubordinate slave. How dare you?
Basically. Um, you'd basically need to get a commerce license proving that you're not a slave with a Drugar to vouch for you in order for you to not be seen as a slave.
If Tibble would know about that, he would like, how about let's do that first?
That wouldn't have been something you knew about, but when you mentioned you would speak Dwarvish since you guys tend to speak it more often, Hemeth would have told you about all that.
Okay.
So you're basically going, okay, well, let's get a commerce license real quick. That
Before
way we
anything
can.
else.
Yep. They let's see. Oh my goodness. Oh, is it already 10:30? Goodness.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I think we've got about enough time for this, and then
To get a license?
yeah, because I mean it's after 10:30. I'm gonna have to get up tomorrow. Ugh. All right. Let's see. So, welcome to the city of Blades, Gracklestug. The ground at your feet has been getting smoother and flatter, a welcome respite from the uneven passages with which you have grown wearily accustomed. Eventually, stone tiles become more noticeable, turning into a proper path. You can see spots of light in the distance over these walls, blue and white, and two regularly placed to be phosphorescent mushrooms. The lights are proper lamps flanking two massive stone gates blocking the tunnel before you, which in this case would be uh, these two. Granted, they're buildings in front, so,
I was going to say,
whatever.
like, we are not near tunnels. We came here
To
from
be
water.
fair, I feel like they thought you would be coming from Dark Lake for some reason, even though the last passage has you escaping via Dark Lake. But whatever, because there are two sets of large steel doors all over the map. Shoot, there are even some that are over the freaking
Ravine in the middle.
cavern. Yeah, the ravine in the middle. And then there's some over here and over here and over here and over here. Like there are sets of double doors everywhere, but then like there's also the massive wall. Okay, where was I? Oh yeah. Um, when you guys get close, state your name and business. Uh, other similar, uh, they're set through slits in the door. Other similar slits revealing the tips of dozens of crossbows nearby. Uh, you can see through those slits dozens of heavily armored dwarves ready to assail you if you give the wrong answer.
Tibble will speak in Undercommon and say that they're there to procure a commerce license.
Let's see. Go ahead and give persuasion.
Oh.
Damn.
Hey, that's pretty good.
He really needs that commerce license.
Jesus.
And that's why,
All
look, that's
right.
why it's only a +3. I'm over level 9. It should be 4, but I have the -1 modifier. I just happen to be proficient with it because it's like clerics have so few things to go for proficiency. So it's like, okay, sure, why not?
Oh, I was reading the wrong entrance one. That's why. Hold on. I
Oh,
found
they
it.
did have a
They
second
have
one
one
for
specifically
Dark
for arriving by Dark Lake. After hours of tense navigation, you glimpse an orange glow in the distance. Soon you hear the faint metallic echoes growing louder as you come closer. Firelight illuminates massive columns with structures built around their bases. The cold air of the Underdark becoming warmer even at this distance. And you can now see a variety of piers made of zirk wood, stone, and plain rock jutting along the edge of a colossal cavern.
Wherever there is metalwork or stonework, Tibble will, like, at least spend part of his attention to appreciate it. Even if we're not talking to a dwarf at a door, can I just use this roll for the person for when we do get asked what we're doing here?
So in this case, coming through the docks, you don't get that questioning, especially since you're with another Drugar.
He will see us coming.
Yes. And you're on the proper side. This building is the commerce building where you would get your license to do business in the city.
Okay. Well, now I feel like I wasted it. Thanks.
I mean, to be fair, you can use that for the upcoming one, but
Okay.
we'll get to that in a minute. So you guys follow Hemeth into the commerce building. I hope I grabbed the right token. There we go. You follow Hemeth into the building, and in there you can see what appears to be several Drugar behind counters dealing with guests already. One of them appears to be knee-deep in paperwork, but at this point is probably the one you're looking for. It's difficult to tell the gender of the Durgar, except this one has more hair on the head than the average Durgar you've seen so far. So it's a relatively safe bet that this is a woman. Further confirmed by Hemeth greeting her as ma'am and asking if she is available to help with some licenses for a couple of friends of his.
Not the rest of them, just a couple.
Well, I mean, we are missing 2 of them.
Yeah.
One stayed at the dock and one went into the wrong building.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
that's
building.
Yeah, my mistake. I didn't see you guys down there.
There
I
you
thought
go.
I saw you guys warp into that building. I was like, okay.
You zoomed in a little bit too far. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, you guys go through the process, and it is stated ahead of time that it's going to cost you 50 gold apiece to get your license.
All right.
That's kind of a steep price. In fact, your Durgar friend looks upset at that price, but he doesn't say anything to her.
Does he give her the kind of look of like, really? Come on, really?
Kind of, but again, he doesn't say anything, and he basically gives a gesture of, it's what you got to deal with if you want to do business down here. If you guys say you need a minute, you can talk to him in private if you want.
For the record, is Zelvire mad at paying that price or just a price period? Because how would Zelvire know what's a fair price down here without being told?
$50 gold is a lot.
But have you ever bought a commerce license in a major city like this before? Period for her. Has she?
I mean, that's still a lot of money just to be able to essentially get basic human rights in the city, but
We are in a super
um,
racist city.
you can, if it'll make you feel better, you can talk to Hemeth about it.
Would she actually say anything though, or just look
Yeah.
pissy about it? Why would you just put she would and then? Oh, so instead of talking to him, she wants to straight out try to haggle with the woman who said 50 gold.
So, as you're about to haggle, Hemeth kind of stops you for a second and pulls all of you aside real quick. He says he's not going to stop you from attempting to haggle any more than he already has right now. However, he will say that they will look for any excuse to lock you up whatsoever, and attempting to haggle could be seen as arguing with them, and that could be an excuse. If you need help, he can help pay for you. He knows it's bullshit to pay that price, but
I mean, I only had 25 gold on me.
I got the party's gold, basically.
so if you want to haggle, you can. And depending on how you haggle, there's a chance that they might not call the guards.
I do.
Depending on what tact you go with, yeah.
So you're saying have
Yeah.
the charisma-based person do that?
Well, it doesn't matter. As he said, I could use my roll for this, but
Okay.
it depends on the tact you want to do.
I
Yeah,
do
but
have,
in what way? Negotiate in what way? Just demand a lower price? Try to talk them into it? In what way?
I am a noble with a scroll of pedigree, if that would affect anything.
Well, how would you want to use it? Would you say, I'm just so entitled, I shouldn't have to pay this? It's not just talking, it's about what
Hey,
angle are you trying
Tibble,
to
hold on. So first of all, Ken, you said you have a pedigree.
Yeah, I have a scroll of pedigree.
That could lend some credence. You're a surface dweller. You came down here to do commerce.
Yep. Like, I'm from a rich, influential family on the surface, and we came down here to do business.
No offense, but I find it amusing that I could probably it's okay. I'm thinking of the fact that Tibble could probably present that concept on your behalf. If you're a noble, you may not always end up speaking for yourself, kind of thing, as nobility doesn't always do that. But I find it amusing that one of the nobility is actually one of the poorest people in the party.
Well, I mean,
Well,
just
I
because
mean,
of how money
fair,
works
he's
out.
also one of the newest people in the
I
party.
know. Just because of how it
As for
works out.
Zelvire, for some reason, all I have a picture is you and the Drugar desk girl going into the back, and then like 10 minutes later, both of you come out slightly disheveled.
You didn't say what kind of services, okay?
Yeah.
I do. I also.
You know what? That's fair.
I also have
So,
a playing card set. Maybe I could like play them for it.
How like
there's not really a way for you to play them for it, but you
Yeah.
could attempt to see if anybody would be willing to play a game of cards with you for money.
Nah. I think using the scroll of pedigree and the whole I'm an influential noble from the service, along with Tibble's nat 20.
Well,
could
that means you
probably-
wouldn't roll. That my idea for that is that you wouldn't be the one talking. I'd be talking on your behalf and bringing
Yeah.
you up.
Yeah, and then I just I have the scroll of pedigree to show them.
Yeah.
Like,
Fair
so,
enough. So, Zelvire, is that the tactic you want to use to attempt to haggle?
Please don't.
Okay.
So separating
Fair
from
enough.
the rest. So let me understand this correctly. You want to separate out of
No,
from the rest of the
Tibble,
group.
hold on. Go ahead and roll persuasion. Let's see how this goes. I'm looking forward to it. So you and the desk girl disappear for about 10-ish minutes and walk back a little the desk girl walks back a little disheveled. No one except for you two knows exactly what happens there, but she just gives you your commerce card.
Did you beat her
Perfect.
up? Did you get to her in some other way? We'll never know. We don't know how Zaviari swings.
Meanwhile, thanks to Tibble and Ken working together, you two managed to haggle the price down successfully to a mere 20 gold apiece.
Dang, we still couldn't get them for free.
Tibble would pay for Ken. As
I mean-
it's still going along with the lines of acting like he's acting on the behalf of Ken.
I do have
So
the
he would.
majority of gold because of all the extra
I
stuff we
know,
have.
but I just want to. I would want Tibble to pay to just to keep going with the look of what they initially presented themselves as.
And then I guess the last bit would be up to Poe. Would you want to be included in that part, or would you attempt to do this separately?
I'm gonna probably go included. Just my character would most likely at this point be.
Okay, fair enough.
I mean, if Rathborn wants to pay for both the two of you, I'm fine with that.
Well, I was gonna say 3 of us because I figure I would pay for V as well.
So while you guys were attempting to haggle, V just paid and walked out to try and find someone important. He's more concerned with the safety of the city.
Well, just because you're concerned with the city doesn't mean you don't want to get ripped off. I mean, doesn't mean you
That's
want to get
true, but he's also used to the denizens of the deep down here, and he's just like, he knows the rules. He's been here before.
We have not.
You have not. So he just paid and left because he knew what it would take. Granted, he had to get a new ID because the last time he was here was several centuries ago. So
Well, now he has a nifty-looking metal mask, so not everyone's going to really immediately realize he's a skeleton.
Yep. The funny thing is that a lot of the people are really similar to the last time because Drugar do age slower than most humans, but he's technically the oldest person in the city.
How do we present our commerce license? Is it like a necklace, like a badge, like you got to wear at work, at offices and shit, to show automatically that we're allowed to be here?
No, it's similar to a driver's license, really.
Just you got to show it whenever anyone asks.
Essentially, like you're expected to keep it somewhere where you can readily access it without digging in your pockets. Because, you could be reaching for anything, including a spell scroll. So,
why do I need a scroll? I have all kinds of fucking spells as a cleric. Oh my
yeah, but they
God.
don't know that. Anyway, so
That's true. They could think I'm just a fighter.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, your Durgar friend says that he's going to attempt to find his relatives in the city and inform them about the demonic incursion. And he says that V went to go look for the upper echelon of the city to do that. You guys can feel free to explore for a little while, purchase stuff if you really want to, stuff like that. And then he's got an inn nearby that you guys are able to, hold on.
Well, I think first once we're actually out of this building, I'm gonna give my 25 gold to Wrath to just add to like the pool.
Oh, okay.
After you just lost like 40 gold, here's 25 back.
Where was I? Oh yeah. So there's a
inn.
market and stuff, whatnot. He's gotten you an inn. He's gotten you each rooms at the Golden Globe. But for now, it is almost 11 o'clock, and I have to get up tomorrow. So
so I can park my token there. Where is the Golden Globe?
Oh yeah, so we know
right.
that for later.
Oh, where was it? Dissen.
That in.
Good God, what's the percentage?
Of how we're tracked or what? The
190. Holy.
percentage of what?
The zoom I have to do to make your tokens noticeable.
Oh yeah.
It's insane, right? Yeah. It's like I understand why it's huge, but I do agree with Sai that this is a really big map.
Yep.
I'm at 212.
Go with you guys. I don't have
Did
much
that
gold,
show up for you
really,
guys?
so-
Yeah.
Haha!
We're at the Golden
250?
Globes.
Really? Let me see what 250 looks like.
It's like
Oh, that's max.
yeah, that's max. Yeah.
I can
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
I can still like differentiate between them and even move mine around. I'm only at 52.
This map is this map is shenanigans. That's what this map is. I mean, at 100%, I can see you guys, but like,
Oh yeah, you didn't come with us. Go straight to the left.
Yeah. I was trying to ping outside of like where I thought you might be able to see, but it didn't work.
yeah.
We don't have a keen mind, so I guess we'll never. No, I guess we have to depend on the Duergar to be like, when is it nighttime exactly?
Yeah, so this is much like New York. It's a city that never sleeps.
So just go to bed when you're tired.
Basically, yeah.
I'm glad I can just meditate then.
Mm-hmm. All right. So with that, we're gonna call it here. Next session, we will do. I guess next episode is a shopping episode.
Yep.
Yay.
I'm broke.
Well, just because you give all your money away, Rathmorn's not broke. We can go shopping with Rathmorn's money.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. Well,